Yeah.
Put it here first.
Okay.
All right, we'd like to extend a warm welcome to everyone today, those who are here, as well as those who are online. Let's begin with opening prayer.
Om Vasudeva Sudam Devam Kamsachan Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadguru Om Agakshe Varde Devi Akshare Brahma Varini Gayatri Jagat Mata Vishnu Namaste Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devashanti Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devashanti Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Bhurbhuva Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandham Pushtivarnam Urvarukmivamandana Mrityunamukshayamrita Om Prithvi Tvayavruta Loka Devivam Vishnunavita Vakshavaraman Devi Pavitam Bhujasanam Shri Prithvi Mata Yoga Namah Namah
Om Pavitra Pavitra Savasam Gatopya Yasvari Pundarikaksham Savaya Vayatra Suchimashihans Om Hasprakshalam Samarpyami Govindaya Namah Om Amritopastaram Si Swaha Om Amrita Pinam Si Swaha Om Satyam Yasha Shrimai Shri Shrayatam Swaha Hasprakshalanam Samarpyami Govindaya Namah Kushmovestu Brahma Kushmadhi Janardana Prasade Sankram Devam Kushdharam Karomayam Om Jena Bandhu Vairaja Narendro Mahabala Om Prativadnami Raksha Macharam Macharam. Join in the purificatory rites now. We have squash. Touch first the lips. Om Vangamasya Astu nose. Om Nasur me Pranastu eyes. Om Aksharo me Chakshurastu ears. Om Karanyo me Shrotramastu arms. Om Bahur me Balamastu thighs. Om Ujjo me Ujjoastu arms. Om Arishtani me Anani. Arustanva me Sahasantu. Take some rice in your hand. We'll join our Swasti Vachan, benediction mantras. Om Hari Om Swasti na Indra Vidastavam Swasti na Pusha Vishnuveda Swasti na Starshu Arishtanemi Swasti no Brihaspati Dadhatu Om Paya Prithvivyam Paya Oshadishu Payo Divyantarikshe Payo Dha Paya Swati Kadisha Santunyavam Om Vishnu Naratmasi Vishnu Shrakrishnu Vishnu Surasi Vishnu Guruvasi Vishnu Masi Vishnu Vetava Om Agni Devata Vato Devata Sri Devata Chandrama Devata Vasu Devata Rudra Devata Aditya Devata Marutu Devata Vishwadeva Devata Brihaspati Devata Indra Devata Varuna Devata Om Yam Shantir Antariksham Shanti Prithvi Shantir Apa Shantir Aushadaya Shantir Vanaspati Shantir Vishwadeva Shantir Brahma Shantir Sarvam Shantir शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिलेहि ॐ विश्वानि देवा सर्वगुणकानि परास्व यद्भद्रं तनमास्व ॐ शुक्लं वरदं देवं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्ते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिकरा भवन्तु प्रेम से श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु consecrate our baby ओम भूरसी भूमिरसी नीतिरसी विश्वराय विश्वस्य पूर्णस्य धरती पृथ्वी अच्छा पृथ्वी त्रिगुणा पृथ्वी मही ओम सिंह प्रेम से पृथ्वी माता की जय शरणम प्रभु flowers in the hands and rising coming from our hearts we meditate now and offer puja to Bhagavan in the in the form of Ganesha. Ganesha was Vigneshwar, remover of obstacles, giver of success, storehouse of wisdom. We pray, Bhagavan, you bless us with knowledge, intelligence, wisdom to recognize our challenges, and bless us with the ability to be all as well. Oh, that's not me.
जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे प्रथम धरे जो ध्यान पूरन कारज सारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे धारे कर त्रिशूल पर शुभर धारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे स्वतंत्र जो ज्ञान तुम्हारो जिसके पूरन कारज सारे जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे वेदी सिद्धि दूत मर दुलावे वेदी सिद्धि दूत मर दुलावे मूषक वाहन परम सुखारे, मूषक वाहन परम सुखारे, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे, प्रथम करे जो ध्यान तुम्हारो, इसके पूरन कारज सारे, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे। ब्रह्मदिक सूर्यावत मन में, ब्रह्मदिक सूर्यावत मन में, ऋषि मुनि गण सब सतुमारे, ऋषि मुनि गण सब सतुमारे, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे, प्रथम करे जो ध्यान तुम्हारे, जिसके पूरन कारज सारे, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे, जय गणेश गणनाथ दयानिधि, सकल विघ्न कर दूर हमारे।
Class hands down, we join our glorification. Om Jai Ganapati Sadguna Savan, Kavivar Vadana Kripa, Vignaharan Mangal Karan, Jai Jai Girjan. Om Agacha Ganeshwari Devi, Swasthana Parameshwari, Puja Karishami, Ram Sada Sadmukha, Praise to Lord Ganesh Bhagwan ki Jai, Sharanam Prabhu. With flowers in your hand again, take the pink one this time. We offer salutations to Mahalakshmi, Lakshmi the dispenser of prosperity, of wealth, of health, of beauty, of fortune. Most importantly, in Hindu philosophy, light is a symbol of wisdom. We ask O Devi, in the like manner that the light dispels the darkness of night, so may our ignorance be dispelled and be replaced by the light of spiritual wisdom. To this Mahalakshmi, we join in all the celebrations. सर्वसौख्यात्मकं शुभं आसनं च मया रक्तं गृहाण परमेश्वरी गंगाजलं समानीतं सुवर्णकं श्रीस्तं।
मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, मेरा जीवन तेरी शरण, सारे राग पीरा हुए
With clasped hands now, we glorify Bhagavan as Mahalakshmi. Om Madhulakshmi Shri Kripa This time we will be offering puja to Sri Navgraha Devata. Navgraha symbolizing the planets in our solar system. We as Hindus, we accept our lives are influenced by the energy from these planets. And as they move around the cosmos, so does the energy. And whenever the effects fall in our house, then our reaction can be both of a positive or negative nature. Whatever negativity there may be, we're asking Bhagavan for your grace and blessings. May we be guided to recognize the challenges we face and be blessed to overcome them as well with the abilities. Now all of us already have these abilities, we just have to look within to find them, to overcome all the ails or ailments that we may have, but body doesn't always react to the way you want it to, and so sometimes we end up in trouble. I'm sorry to announce today, families of 3 members have passed on, including member, and I'll try to call their names out. We'll pray for them before we do the inaugural puja. And Paolo's brother, Lalchan Gulcharan, was the first one. His funeral was on Thursday, I think. 4, so it's the 4th one. I haven't got the name of the 4th.
No, I just got it. My cousin, Pitambar Singh.
Pitambar Singh. So Pitambar Singh has passed on to, I think I know him too, yes. I'm sorry about that. Also passing is Robin's mom, Paramday Sinat. And Robin has gone to Guyana for the next few weeks to attend the funeral and to take care of the shroud and so on. So we wish him well when he's there. Also passing away, of course, last night was Harday Ramprasad. So Harday is a staunch member of the temple. She was with us from the past 25 years or thereabouts, at least. And when her husband was alive, Paul, he was there too, but unfortunately he passed away a few years back. And now she has also succumbed to her ailments. And the cycle of life continues, what can I say? These times are meant to happen this way. We all cannot live forever, each one of us has to go in our own time. When that time comes, we have to make ourselves ready for it. This is why we come to temple, to ready ourselves for that day when it comes. And it will, like it or not. Unfortunately, that's the way life operates. So we hope that we'll all live to be 200 years, but it's not going to happen. If we have good health for 200 years, it's not a problem, but is that going to happen? I doubt it very much.
Generation gap is bad enough now. If it's 200, it's even worse.
Yeah, the generation gap is bad enough as it is, and we're only struggling to make 70 and 80 now. So what can I say? It happens. But let's join in offering first a prayer for those who have passed on. So Pitambar, Lalchan, Paramday, and Harday. 4 in one shot is not an easy thing, I tell you that. This is not a good day. It's not a good day for the voice of Dharma, I gotta be honest. But life does continue. Those of us who are yet here, we have to make the best of the opportunities that are given to us so that we too, when our time comes, we're ready and prepared, and we free ourselves from the cycle of deaths and births. Om Anadimidano Devam Shankar Gadadharam Akshaya Purnadekaksham Pretamoksha Pradamo Bhavan Pretamoksha Pradamo Bhavan Ram Nam Satyai Yahi Satkiri Gatyai Om Sadgati. Alright, let's meditate on Navagraha this time. Om Brahma Murari Sthaparam Takani Ayushashri Siddharasya Gurusha Supra Shamirati Sarvega Shantikara Bhavantu Sarvega Shantikara Bhavantu. And that was meant for Srimati Anjani Ramphal, Shriman Kevin Karan Singh, Srimati Mary Manmahal, and the list has gotten very short.
Kevin is
Kevin is over?
yeah, he should be off the list.
Okay, well, the family hasn't called yet, so
Yeah, she did.
she did call it? Okay, good. So Kevin is gone, so 2 people only, that's good. It's good in one way and bad in the other. Not the way the exiting is taking place. Alright, 3 people actually. I think I still have one here. Alright, once again with flowers in our hands, we meditate upon and seek the blessings of Bhagavan Vishnu We ask, O Bhagavan, in the same way we come manifest in the world for the benefit of humankind. May we come manifest with my heart, be the guide of my intellect, guiding me on the path of truth, of dharma, of righteousness, of religion, the path which leads to welfare here and also the hereafter. To this Mahavishnu we join in humble salutation. Om Sashankachakram Sakirinam Sapinavastram Sarasiruvekshyanam Savarvakshastakostuvasriyam Namami Vishnu Shirsachaturvajam Omukam Karoti Vacham Anumandayate Yadikripatamam Vande Paramanandamayam Om Nilam Bhujasham Vadamomalandam Sikasamaropitavamagam Panamasaikacham Chapam Namami Ramam Raghushanakam Om Namaya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunataya Nataya Sitaya Om Nilavam Pitavasvam Srivasakarnabhushikam Govindam Gokulanandam Brahmayera Vibhujitam Brahmayera Vibhujitam Sri Mahavishnu Bhagavānebhyo Namah Namami Om Ramyam Sushobhanam Divyam Sarva Saukyam Karam Shubham Asanam Janayaratam Shri Mahavishnu Bhagavānebhyo
सत्य पथ मेरा ध्यान फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम सत्य पथ मेरा ध्यान फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम सूरज बनी है राधा रोशनी है शाम सूरज बनी है राधा रोशनी है शाम चांद बनी है राधा चांदनी है शाम बच्चे बच्चे में राधा फूल फूल में शाम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम पत्ते पत्ते में राधा फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम मुरली बनी है राधा मधुर सा है श्याम मुरली बनी है राधा मधुर सा है श्याम शरीर बनी है राधा प्राण बनी है श्याम पत्ते पत्ते में राधा फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम पत्ते पत्ते में राधा फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की भूमि वही है गोकुल धाम कृष्ण प्रेम है राधा राधा प्रेम है श्याम कृष्ण प्रेम है राधा राधा प्रेम है श्याम हर सुख पाए मानव जो उनको करीब प्रणाम पत्ते पत्ते में राधा फूल फूल में श्याम वही है व्रत की
प्रेम से श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु. We'll join in the glorification of Mahavishnu at this time, and once again we'll do the Krishna Stotram. So we'll ask Shyam to do it today.
हे कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि. तुम करता तुम ही पार, तुम करता तुम ही पार, परम कृपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि. रथ हाके रथ भूमि में अब कर्मयोग से मध्यमता. रथ हाके रथ भूमि में अब कर्मयोग से मध्यमता. अजर अमर है पंडित वेद सूरदास जी दर्श दिए सका साधनी शरणागत है, सका साधनी शरणागत है, सर्वत पार हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि. श्याम के रंग में जग गए तेरा रंग, कान मूरत के कान हुए. श्याम के रंग में जग गए तेरा रंग, कान मूरत के कान हुए. जग से आगे बंद करे तू सूरदास ने कर सकिए. माता यशोदा हृदय, माता यशोदा हृदय, माता यशोदा हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि. कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, दीन दयाल हरि, कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, नंद लाल हरि, कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि, जय जय कृष्ण गोपाल हरि, हे दीन दयाल हरि.
प्रेम से श्री महाविष्णु भगवान की जय शरणम प्रभु. Once again, with flowers in hand, we meditate now on our puja to Bhagavan Shiva Shambhu. Shiva's enlightened, the absorbing aspect of divinity, Atman becomes merged, and absorbing the Paramatman. When self-realization, moksha is achieved, he is called Vardhata, the giver of boons. By repeating the Panchakshara mantra Om Namah Shivaya with love and devotion, in the puja of Bhagavan Shiva, the sinful tendency is inherent in us, brought on by our anger, greed, jealousy, covetousness, hatred, pride, envy. These become burnt in the fires of our devotion. In this manner, we attain purity of thoughts, of words, of deeds, of mind, of intellect, of actions. Through puja to Bhagavan Shiva, inviting all to sit upright, to cast away the worldly cares, we all have them. Let's put these at the back of the minds for a little while we meditate on the most pleasing aspect of Shiva. The one is beyond names, beyond forms. The names and the forms are tools that we use to help us to keep the mind from wandering. Let's use those tools, imprint the image of Shiva within our hearts, ask him to make his residence therein, to be the guide of our intellect, guiding us on the path that leads to the highest welfare, ultimately self-realization. To this Shiva, we join in humble salutation. Om Shivam Pratim Pavasham Paresham Vajetrasya Pratim Vasanam Varenyam Jagajuta Madhye Swaranandavaram Amadevamekam Smarani Smaram Om Manisham Swaresham Suraratinasham Devam Vishwanatham Vimutyam Prabhusham Nirupacham Varnavamitrekam Sadanandamire Prabhu Panchavatvam Om Girisham Gavesham Gajendravarnam Gajendravirudam Matikarupam Bhavasmanam Bhasmanabhushitangam Bhavani Kavatvam Bhaje Panchavatvam Om Shivakaranta Shambho Prasinam Prabhu Purnarupam Om Namaste Namaste Devo Vishwamurte Namaste Namaste Chidanandamurte Namaste Namaste Tapayogamyam Namaste Namaste Shrutinanagamyam Om Parashurapani Devo Vishwanatha Mahadeva Shambho Maheshabrinekam Shivapani Shanta Smarare Purare Varanyo Vareyo Namayo Nagamya Varanyo Vareyo Namayo Nagamya Om Sri Shiv Shankara Bhagavane Namami Om Ramyam Sushobhanam Divyam Sarva Saukhya-karam Shubham Asanam Cha Mayadaptam Grahana Shiva Shankaram Om Namostu Nilagravayam Sahasrakshaya Vidushe Athoyasya Satvano Antebhyo Akaram Namah Om Triambakam Yajamari Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvayutam Nitrom Akshiyamamritam Om Varunasya Utam Varunasi Varunasya Stam Sajanistu Varunasya Ritsananyasi Varunasya Ritsanamasi Varunasya Ritsanamasi Adyam Adyam Achmanya Snanam Sri Shiv Shankara Bhagavan Puja Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya श्रद्धामन्देश मोक्षणे मया कृतं स्नापनं देवदेवेश गृहाण शिवशङ्करं शीर्स्नानं श्रीशिवशङ्कर भगवान् पूजनं नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ पञ्चामृतमयामीनं वयोनदीसमन्वितं ऋतं मधु श्री शिवशंकर भगवान नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः ॐ नमः शिवाय ॐ नमः शिवाय नमो नमः प्रेम से श्री शिवशंकर भगवान की जय शरणं प्रभु
डमरुपाणि शूलपाणि विनतराजन् नमो 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 डमरुपाणि शूलपाणि विनतराजन् नमो 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 शीशगन्ध तुम आदिदेव धरती है, शिव मुक्ति का आधार है। रोम रोम ओम ओम हे अविनाशन। नमो 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 समरूपाय शूलपाय निरतराय। नमो 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 शीशगंध भस्मरंग हरप्रियाय। नमो 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 समरूपाय 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 शूलपाय निरंजनाय
Alright, let's glorify Bhagavan Shiva now to the Panchakshara Stotra.
Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Har Har Namah
Before I forget, as you know, the weather has gotten a little bit colder now. The tulsi plants are all dying, unfortunately. If you are able to keep some in your house, make sure they're well taken care of and bring a piece each week of please. We really appreciate that because those of us who are living in houses, I don't think that we're lucky enough to keep those things moving.
You have to put the light above.
Even with the light above, you don't. But if you're in an apartment building and you have an apartment, put it on your window side and you'll be alright. Alright? So help us to help each other. How's that? Is that good? Alright. So while we take the prasadam at this time, and we'll have the Shiva Abhishekam as well at the same time, and then take the prasadam for that time. So please involve yourself in all of these activities. And I see Mr. COVID is back on the return, so please take care and protect yourself.
You're gonna mandate mask again?
I hope not.
I think we'll have to.
You're talking about,
I encourage it, but not yet.
so they haven't started.
It's gonna come back.
Even picture some.
Shiva Sharanam, Shivaya Sharanam, Shiva Bhole Shankar, Shiva Sharanam, Shiva Sharanam, Shivaya Sharanam, Shiva Bhole Shankar, Shiva Sharanam.
हे शिव शंकर नटराजा में तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा दिन करता मैं नाम जपन तेरा शिव 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 गूंजत मन मेरा निश दिन करता मैं नाम जपन तेरा शिव 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 गूंजत मन मोरा तुम हो मेरे प्रभु तू ही कृपालु करो समर्पण दीन दयालु हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा थोड़ी जता से बहती पवित्रता तीन लोगों के तुम हो दाता थोड़ी जता से बहती पवित्रता तीन लोगों से तुम हो दाता जब बजाया जब भगाया चंद हो तुम लगाया हे शिव शंकर नटराजा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा मैं तो जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा अलख निरंजन शिव मोरे स्वामी तुम ही हो मेरे अंतर्यामी अलख निरंजन शिव मोरे स्वामी तुम ही हो मेरे अंतर्यामी भूल जो कोई हुई है मुझसे क्षमा मैं मांगू हर हर हे शिव शंकर तीरथ तेरी डोले ये धरती करे जो भक्ति देता तुम्हें लीलाज तेरी डोले ये धरती करे जो भक्ति देता तुम्हें दानव नित्या प्रलय कराते अवसागर कृपात कराते हे शिव शंकर नटराजा जन्म का दास तेरा है तू जन्म का दास तेरा छवि तेरी है सबसे सुंदर शशि विराजे तेरी जगह में छवि तेरी है सबसे सुंदर शशि विराजे तेरी जगह में हर मनी का शोभे दास तेरा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा हे शिव शंकर हे शिव शंकर हे शिव शंकर नटराजा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा जन्म जन्म का दास तेरा
मन एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल हरि 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 बोलो हरि 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 बोलो भव सिंधु पार कर लो हरि 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 बोलो भव सिंधु पार कर लो ब्रह्मानंद रूप हरि पतित पवन हरि एक बार हरि बोल ओ ब्रह्मानंद रूप हरि पतित पवन हरि एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल हरि पिता हरि माता हरि पिता हरि माता हरि गुरु ज्ञान दाता हरि पिता हरि माता हरि गुरु ज्ञान दाता चिदानंद रूप हरि पतित पवन हरि एक बार हरि बोल चिदानंद रूप हरि पतित पवन हरि एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल मन एक बार हरि बोल
All right, Amarji. Do your Hari Om bhajan, please. You got Ram today, we gotta make you something. back of your head stand up? If you didn't, you weren't listening or you're not in the mood. And that was excellent. Amarji, I have to recognize your talent, you're a talented guy. And we really appreciate to have you here from time to time. Recently, quite regularly, and that continues. We really appreciate your presence here. And I know you're losing money by coming because you could be making money. This is your big day actually, when you think about it.
But now then you need to take some time off.
Yes. I'm glad you're in the company where you can take this kind of time off. We really appreciate that. All right, before I go to our, I want one little announcement I'd like to make here. Next Sunday after temple service from 1 to 3:30 p.m. at the Vedic Mandir in 14th Avenue there. Sri Rajiv Malhotra and Srimati Vijaya Vishwanathan, authors of Snakes in the Ganga. If you're not interested in this name, this is a perfect name. Snakes in the Ganga. Why is it so Snakes in the Ganga? Because Hinduism Dharma actually is under siege from all sorts of different places. And if you haven't been paying attention, there's a thing called Hindutva, which trying to counteract the attacks against Hinduism and Dharma. And many people, of course, moneyed people, unfortunately, are the ones who are behind this kind of movement. It's all the churches and the evangelists and you name it, the universities too. And what are they pushing? They're pushing a very outdated, unfortunately, insensible idea of somebody trying to save you. You think anybody can save you?
No.
Who can save you? You yourself can save you, exactly. So I don't know where these things come from, but they're caught on and money is driving it all the time. And recently I've been watching, if you watch CNN, you'll see Billy Graham's son, I think it is, who advertises there. And is pushing this idea, only one person can save you, Jesus Christ. I don't want to go into that. We're here for Dharma, okay? So let's stick to that. But we have to watch the attacks and counteract them as well. And to do that, you need the kind of information that is this kind of thing. And then our own people, unfortunately, that's why it's called Snakes in the Ganga. Our own people are the ones who's pushing this nonsense. And they're pushing it on the poor people, promising them food and promising this and that and sending them to heaven. The problem is if you cannot save yourself, you send it to heaven, you know. You can't get it here, send it to heaven, you get it there. This is how it works. All the Abrahamic religions are like that. Let's send it to heaven, we'll all go there sometime. If you don't have a body, you can't enjoy anything. Okay, let me be honest with you. Jiva does not enjoy. Jiva enjoys through the body only. So unless you have a body, you don't know you're in heaven. Are you in heaven now?
Yes.
We are, sometimes, yes. But won't you like to be there all the time? Yes, of course, everybody would like to be there all the time. It's here, but we're not here because we're not in it because we allow ourselves to get distracted and pulled away and so on and so on. So next week, 1 to 3 p.m. next Sunday, November 6th, at the Vedic Cultural Center. I hope some of you will be able to go. I think I'll be going there right after service, so we can work something out. I got a job to go home for, so unless you also go too.
Why did you think I didn't want to go?
I don't know, I'm just thinking that I didn't say you don't want to go. If you're going, then you're going with me. Alright, so now, back to where we left off. And one more thing I need to mention here. This week, Pete sent me a little email here with a quote for our temple insurance. I remember when we first moved here, we were about $800. And now, unfortunately, with what has been going on, attacks on Hinduism and in Hindu temples as well, over the Toronto area, as you know, there were one sick guy, I think, was arrested for that eventually. But what that has done, unfortunately, is it's caused every single temple, church, you name it, religious organization, their insurance rates are gone sky high. And ours came this week at over $5,000, and that's not including the taxes, I think. So we're looking at a huge deficit here, and we need to ask everyone, this is a place we all come to, we need to support it so we can pay the bills. So if you see it in your way, we'd like to have a donation so we can cover this cost of $5,000, because I don't see us getting it cheaper anywhere else. And this is a ecclesiastical, right?
Ecclesiastical.
Yeah. So that's, they usually insure temples and churches and places of worship. So they give usually the best rates, but that's the way it is.
More importantly, Pandit, if anyone who has a good relationship with insurance agent who can provide us a competitive quote. Like we don't have a comparative quote to compare it to.
Nobody is doing it, that's the problem, because I called quite a few people to ask them, and they said they're not covering churches and so on.
A large
They're
part,
suggesting the same company.
a large part of the premium is based on the escalating value of property, this one, but there's also a liability section for
Yeah,
it.
that's the
And,
one.
that's also very heavy.
Yeah,
Again, that covers improprieties such as
slip and fall and so on.
slip, fall, but also behavior attitudes within the temple. Like, unfortunately, as you mentioned, with some of the other religions, there's exploitation, more of a male-female nature, and this coverage also provides in the event that we get sued for something like that.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Right?
it's a heavy addendum to the premium. So I don't know that we can avoid paying that addendum to the premium. But also a building hasn't improved, building hasn't changed
Yeah.
that much to the extent of from $800 to 20 years ago to $5,000 at this point. So,
Yeah, that's true.
so I would certainly like to get something to compare it to. So if you have a good relationship with your
Nobody is doing it, this is the problem.
Shalini
I'm
is
trying.
doing it.
Huh?
Shalini.
Ask her if you can, because
Yeah, I asked her once and
I
she
called a
said,
few people and I asked them, and they said that they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
Dave had put me on to one girl that I spoke with, and they said that they used to, but they stopped now.
So I shudder to imagine what would happen if our building was more up to date. What would we pay?
Can you imagine
No.
those things around how much gift it would be? Wow.
But this is how it is. We live in a place where inflation is causing rates to go up. That's number one. And you can tell that every time you go to the grocery store, the price is something else. So we are going through a tough time now. I understand it, but we live in it. We gotta work with it. That's how it is. We have to eat less, maybe, work harder, if there is any work to be had. We're all retirees here, so I don't see, unless the government increases your pension, I don't see anything happening.
After the government recovers from COVID. The government's got COVID concerns.
This is not gonna happen. They printed so much money, we got into inflation. Excuse me. Anyway, it is what it is. We have to work with it. So I thought I'd pass it on and share it with everybody so that they understand the kind of difficulties we face. And the difficulties are not going away anytime soon, as you're well aware. So we have to work within the system to be able to function.
can we do a little event on it?
We can try to do an
Like
event.
a Bhajan evening or something?
Yes.
Yeah, we can try something like that. We can work something on a Sunday evening, I think. That's
Bhajan evening or a movie song. Something along that line.
yeah, a little in-house concert.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a good idea. We might make a few bucks on the ticket sale, the food sale, and or we can do all-inclusive stuff. That should work.
Hopefully, if it's promoted as a targeted fundraising, then the response will be there.
Yeah, I think we did my work for us. Well, thanks everybody for your suggestion. Let's go to Katha time now. Kawachan. Let's meditate. Om Lokani Ramam Rajivanetram Raghuvanshanatam Karandarupam Now, when we left off the last time, Kevat, the boatman, was speaking to Sri Ram, and what he was saying, my entire household, my family, are dependent upon the income that this boat provides. And if I'm robbed of this because your foot may or feet may have touched it and it changes into a person, then I have no means of supporting myself or my family. Now, this man who is working a guile here, he thinks he's smarter than Bhagavan. Bhagavan knows the minds of all. But you know, he's a devotee, this is the thing. Bhagavan lets us have our way, isn't it? He gives us the choice, and once you made the choice, you're allowed to do it. But eventually you have to pay the consequences too, good or bad as they might be. Now he's doing it with a good intention, and I spoke the last time about the Panchamrit and the Chanamrit. So I'm not going to mention that again. There was something else that occurred to me afterwards, but I can't pinpoint it right away. But it will happen eventually when I'm not here. As it usually is. This is what old age does to you. But he wanted to make sure that the Panchamrit or the water that he used as the Amrit for washing the feet of Sri Ram will be distributed among his family members for their own use. And so he came up with this idea, and we'll begin with the chant. Shri Ramachandra Kripal Vajumana So what is the boatman saying here? Very beautifully put by Tulsidas. I will take you on board, my Bhagavan, only when I have washed your feet. I seek no toll, so he doesn't want payment. The payment that he's going to receive instead is many, many fold better than the toll that he was going to get. O Shri Ram, as well as by Dashrath, I'm swearing, what I tell you is all true. I'm very simple-minded. I don't know how to lie. I can only tell you what is in my heart. If you don't believe me, then let Lakshman shoot me with his arrows, if he will. But until I have washed your feet, I cannot ferry you across. Now, what a simple-minded man this is, right? When you think about it. But you see, all of us, unfortunately, are full with guile, right? We look always to get an upper hand of any situation. Isn't this how human beings operate? We all are like that. If you see there's an advantage to be had, you will take it. You will never make yourself small enough to put yourself in a situation, most of us will not, where it looks like I'm a simple-minded person. I'm innocent by nature. And if you look at Shiva, Bhola Bhandari, most innocent that there is. Why is he called that? Because there's no guile in Bhagwan. He doesn't have to. It is the human beings with the machinations of the brain working to form some kind of advantage in every situation that causes this. So this poor simple guy, Kevat, is saying that Bhagwan, until I do wash your feet of the dust, which has the power to transform things into human beings, I cannot let you into this boat and take you across. So, what happens next? Jai Sumerat Siddhi Hoya This has to make Sri Ram laugh. It's so funny. On hearing these words from the ferryman, so absurd as it might be, but so overflowing with bhakti, with love, Sri Ram began to laugh, as well as Lakshman and Sita, because they found it funny. And in some cases, someone might, but this simple-minded man has earned his place and his liberation for himself and his family because of his selflessness, because of his innocence. He does not cheat. He does a job, and any job that we can do, no matter what the job might be, there's dignity in labor. Even the guy who prepares the dead for burial, there's dignity in his labor. That's his job. He's performing a service. one should not be embarrassed about what they do. It's a living. And we all have to live in our own way. Nobody does anything better than somebody else. You know, there's a little story that used to be told by I used to hear my father tell it. I read myself eventually in the Mahabharata. After the war was over, the king Yudhishthira decided he was going to perform a great yajna. Invited all the kings and princesses and everywhere. Brought them, set everything up. Everybody was given their job, their task. You got to take care of this, you got to take care of that, you got to take care of that. Everybody had a job to do. So when Krishna came to him and said, what is my job? Yudhishthira said, I've given every job I had to everyone else. So Krishna says, that you are assigned somebody to pick up the leaves after people have eaten? That was the only job that was there. And Bhagavan Shri Krishna himself took that job on. Now, would you have done it?
Yeah.
Good.
As long as the dollar sign is there, I said as long as the dollar sign is there.
There's no dollar sign here. This was all volunteer. This was all volunteer work. But the thing is, the lowest of the lowest job was taken by Sri Krishna, who is a king in his own right. He took on that job. So this is to show us the dignity of labor. And then of course there is that Dharmaputra, who was the butcher, that eventually, I'll tell you that story another time, not today. One story is enough for me. And I've done my one. Continuing. Sri Ram is now going to speak Chaupadi. With a smile he spoke. If that is what you would like to do, then please do this so that your boat may not become lost. So the boat doesn't change into a human being. Bring water at once and wash the feet if you have to. For time has been lost, and let us take us across the shores of the done. So this is where we are now, and this is what Sri Ram, recognizing the love, the devotion that this man had, says, bring the water, lave the feet with it, and do what you will, so that we may cross quickly. Continuing. Chapai. The same gracious Bhagavan, Sri Ram, by uttering whose name once only, men are able to cross this ocean of life and death. How does that happen? If one has the presence of mind to call the name of Ram with their last breath, then liberation occurs immediately. How many people you know this has happened to? Good. You know someone, that's good.
No, she called, she is a Gujarati lady, she calls her Jai Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna, that's okay.
Yeah.
In recent times, I only know of one, like besides Shravan Kumar, who called for Omkar. Last one that I know of is Gandhi, as he fell down dead, Hey Ram.
Yeah.
In fact, they made a movie called Hey Ram, and another one called 9 Hours to Ram. I don't know how many you've seen them. I'm a movie buff, as you know, and I know all these little things from movies. So these things have happened before. Krishna in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the 4th chapter, I think. Anta kale chama meva smaran muktva kalevaram. Ya prayati samad bhavam yati nastatta samshaya. Whoever reminds me or remembers me with their last breath, that jiva comes to me, let there be no doubt about this. But to get there is a little problem, you know. I gotta be honest. I've been at the bedside of many people who are breathing their last, so to speak. If they're conscious still, what are they asking for? Their children? Their grandchildren?
That's why they just name their children Ram. So.
That's a good one. That's a good one. I think that's a good idea, yes.
Sham.
So this is a good idea.
Hariji.
Eh?
Hariji.
Hariji, yes.
Hari.
All these things have happened. But you think Bhagavan doesn't know if you're calling for a child in Saravane? If Bhagavan is not aware of that, then something is wrong. Then we're all going we're climbing up the wrong tree here. Bhagavan is well aware if you're calling for a child's name Ram or him. So we need to keep that in mind. But it takes years and years and years of training to get to the point where you will have the presence of mind to be able to utter that name at the end of life. It's not an easy thing. This is why we involve ourselves in puja, involve ourselves in meditation, involve ourselves with reading and learning, involve ourselves in coming to the temple and taking part in satsang. All these things are the training grounds to help us to get to that stage. It will not happen in one lifetime, believe me. It will take many lifetimes. But everyone is assured eventually liberation will be theirs. No one is left out. Not if you believe in some nonsense. If you believe, what happens? You stop thinking. You stop thinking, you stop looking. You stop looking, you stop searching. You stop seeking. And the Hindu is a seeker of truth. How will I know when I find it? You know. Everything becomes known when that truth is realized. And that's what we're working towards. We'll stop here for today. Yeah, before I finish, I'm read it to the part that I didn't. I sang it, but I didn't read it. So once only the name relieves you from the cycle of births and deaths, the same Bhagwan, whose 3 strides cover the entire universe. Remember the Brahman avatar, right? Cover the entire universe. Proved, the entire universe proved too small. Thus importune an ordinary boatman to allow him to do as he will. Why? Because of bhakti, because of love. And this is what we're trying to impart in our own hearts. To bring into our own hearts that love for Bhagavan. That love doesn't come easily, believe me. We're full of guiles. We're looking at every possible way to get an advantage. And all of us do that. But start accepting that it's possible to come about, and let's work towards that. So I'll close there for today. Prem Swasya Pati Ramachandra Ki Jai Sharanam Prabhu. I have a few announcements I'd like to make. I spoke about those people who have passed on already, so keep that in mind. I don't have any kind of information on the funeral rites and timing for Hardy, so look at our Facebook page. I'll post it there when I know. I don't know right now. I just announced last night when I found out. I wrote a note there, so some of you may have read it already. How many of you read it? 1, 2, 2.
I did
I
too.
did.
Yeah, just so how did you read that?
In the little tablet thing.
Oh, you're on Facebook. That's good. Okay. I'm glad to hear that. What name you go by?
Just go back when
You sure? Because I didn't see that name show up there. So anyway, I will announce it. So watch out for it. If you don't know, then you can call and hopefully we can get passed up by word of mouth if you don't have a Facebook page. Or you can't access the Facebook. So we will announce it eventually. She was a popular lady in the temple until she became ill. So we are really sorry, and our heart goes out to the family members of Lalchand, of Paramde, of Harde, and what's your cousin name?
Pitambar.
Pitambar, dark color. That's what it means.
But he's very fair.
All right. So our condolences go out to the entire family for these people. I hope Bhagavan blesses the Jivatman with liberation. If they must come back into the world, may they come back as human beings in human homes where they can continue to practice dharma. We want to thank all of you for coming out today and joining us. We want to thank those who are online joining us as well. I hope today has been a blessing for all of you. We're encouraging you to put your cell on vibrate when you're in here so you don't disturb anyone with the ringing. Friday, which is this coming November the 4th, coming Friday, will be Tulsi Vibha. I think Parit mentioned it on the night of the about Vrinda. You know what Vrindavan is, where Sri Krishna is so popular? Vrinda is a Tulsi plant. Ban means what? A forest. So in Vrindavan there are forests and forests of Tulsi plants. That's why it's called Vrindavan. And it's a holy place for Sri Krishna. And that's because of Vrinda that we came there. Okay, just so you know. So her name is remembered up to this time. The wife of the spouse of Jalandhar, who was eventually killed by Mahavishnu. So he was protected by the wife's chastity. Tuesday, November the 7th is the full moon. So next week, huh?
November the 9th.
You put something here. Okay, November the 9th is Tuesday. Is that what it is? You sure?
Wednesday.
Let's find out.
Wednesday. November 9th is Wednesday.
Yes, it's Wednesday, not Tuesday. So November the 9th is correct. No, this is October, November the 7th, yes. November the 7th.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
It's right, it's correct.
Okay, thanks.
You're sleeping. I can see that. So November 7th is correct, that's the full moon and the Saturn, but we will not be meeting for that. Tulsi Vibha will be mentioned next week. Neil is going to be doing the service here, I think, him and his dad. So I'll tell him to speak a little bit more on the Jalandhar story and bring out the esoteric value of that story. It's a wonderful story. We want to say thanks to the musicians, the singers, everyone was contributing. I gotta be honest, I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but the bhajan seems to make me totally emotional these days. And for some reason or the other, I love listening to bhajans. I prefer the bhajans than me speaking, but unfortunately, we have to mix things up and put a little bit of everything for everybody. Those who are celebrating birthdays and anniversaries, best wishes from all of us. You didn't tell me, so I don't know. We have one donation from Mrs. Narayan through Balu Gulcharan. He tell me it's a check in there. I looked inside, it's some money and no address, no nothing. So you'll have to contact him and get the lady's address and so on, right?
Okay.
Please. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your coming out. How many of us here today?
I'd like to volunteer if you're going to do something to raise money for the insurance.
Yeah.
I'd like to volunteer.
To do what?
To get the group together.
Okay.
You need
All right,
people
we'll
to
work on that. It
celebrate.
will be somewhere around mid-December, I would think, or mid-November or later. We have up to the 30th of November to pay this money, so if we can do it before that, it'll be good.
But we have to pay it regardless. So.
Well, we can do it and
We can
raise the
refill the
funds
bucket.
after, yeah,
We can refill the bucket.
yeah. So thank you.
What about if you put a raffle, because we got some things that
We'll include a raffle in there to probably boost the income a little bit, yes.
can show you this.
Yeah, that will be good, yes.
Sister Golan volunteered to coordinate. So we could, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Oh, you didn't coordination, okay, that's fine.
But I'm the one who bring the money in.
Don't advertise it too much. Don't be proud of your achievement, boy. You're doing it for the welfare of grandma. So once again, thank you all for being here. Let's please stand for our close.
आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कर तसिया आरती श्री रामायण जी की कीर्ति कर
Celebrating a birthday on November the 9th. We want to wish her many happy returns. I think we can do this next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Shalini is celebrating birthday.
Who? Shalini? Okay. Happy birthday to Shalini too. So many happy returns to all of you. Whoever is celebrating and I don't know, happy birthday, many happy returns. May your life be long, healthy, filled with all kinds of happiness. Thank you, Lord.
शान्ताकारं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं सुभागं लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ज्ञानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णु वामनहरं सर्वलोकैकनाथं त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव त्वमेव बन्धुः च सखा त्वमेव त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देव देव ॐ मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं जनार्दनं यज्ञपूजकं मया देव परिपूर्णं करस्व मे ॐ बार बार परमाङ्गलहो हर्षदेव शिरं वज्रसलोचन पावमयी भक्ति सदा सत्संगस्य भज रामचंद्र की जय शरणं प्रभु ओम गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः ओम यौ शांति अंतरिक्षं शांति पृथ्वी शांति आपा शांति वृषलय शांति वनस्पति शांति विश्वदेव शांति ब्रह्मा शांति सर्वं शांति शांतिरेव शांति सामा शांतिरेहि शांति 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 है प्रेम से बोलो श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय
Special thanks to Ram for showing up today. Ram, thank you so much. You make it that much better.
Live more.
Cut it off. Cut.